Tonight, on Top 20 Most Shocking. These girls are feisty, and they like to play rough. We're counting down the baddest Battlin Babes. Who will walk away with number one? The blonde bomber who takes on riot police? How about the talk show hookers who come out swinging? Or the grizzled granny who takes a stand against speeders? From thousands of videos all over the world, these are the sexiest moments of female fury. Which will be number one? Find out next on Top 20 Most Shocking, Battlin Babes. Let's kick it off with a fast food freak at number 20.
We're on National Geographic, and this bitch is crazy.
This hungry honey is on a feeding frenzy. She's got the munchies and no patience. The desperate clerks try to appease her with any food they can find. But Supersize won't accept any substitution. No one can figure out what the lunatic's beef really is.
Are you hungry? You done took that piece they gave you and walked. Why you take it?
Because I want what I want.
Which one?
Whatever I order.
Who was that?
Finally, the beleaguered staff gets fed up. They order in for the cops. But the belligerent Butterball refuses to go quietly. It takes a whole squadron of officers to clear the room.
Everybody clear out. Get out now. Go.
And they take this lady to go. Too bad for this two-bit loudmouth. There's no dollar menu at the big house. To say a woman is stopping traffic used to be a compliment. But that's not the case with this hood ornament. The New Orleans party girl lets it all hang out. But even by Big Easy standards, this peep show has gone too far. And then there's this sassy New Yorker who's taking a stand. Too bad her ex is in no mood to talk it out. But what she lacks in people skills, she clearly makes up for with determination. Bon voyage! But for a real gutsy gal who won't be kicked to the curb, take a look at number 19. Get some women angry, and they'll go through the roof. Or in one spry granny's case, right on top of it. Believing this man drove too fast down her street, the old crank gets in his grill. Looks like her neighborhood watch only has one member. The windbag finally gets off her improvised soapbox and goes home to feed her cats. It's a shame this battle axe missed her calling to be a traffic cop. Although local vigilante seems to be working out just fine. For a serious case of smack, here's number 18. Things are getting ugly outside this beauty salon. Apparently unaware that her bright pink weave would look ridiculous, this customer is ready to thrash her stylist. The shop owner hopes to defuse the female hostility.
I just was trying to get, calm the situation down. But it was a cat fight, man. It was hard to keep those cats apart.
And it doesn't take long for Pinky at a hairdresser to tangle. But when the gloves come off, so do the extensions. She locks onto her enemy's braids, all while another scrapper tries to take a little off her top.
It surprised me that the women were so full of this rage.
The brawlers square off, but the wigless Hellcat could use a better bob and weave. Maybe some sense gets pounded into her skull because she walks away. Though the employee wants to go another round. Finally, her boss declares the fighting is over for good.
She was terminated. I told her to hit the road. I don't need that drama around my salon.
Hopefully next time these divas get dolled up, they won't get decked out, too. Add some booze to the mix, and you arrive at number 17. Inside one of Austin's most popular night spots, an intoxicated lass is kicked out for picking a fight with another woman. Once outside, she's still hopping mad. But now the banshee wants to fight this guy. Her first target's boyfriend. In fact, she demands it. And when Ms. Smack crosses the line, she gets her wish. The chubby fighter lands a slap, plus a punch, and in return, takes one to the chops. A friend finally drags her away. Guess the rule of never hit a lady only applies to actual ladies. Don't go away. The battle for number one drops to new lows. A firebrand lights up the non-smoking section. Roller derby dames go ballistic. And good luck getting this one to go quietly. Who's got the goods to beat the rest? On top 20 most shocking, Battlin Babes. It's back to the countdown. From hungry Hellcats to pissed off grannies. If you mess with these glamazons, you better come prepared to fight. Now it's time to meet the lovely lady next door at number 16. If you think your neighbors are annoying, imagine living next to this wild woman.
You can do what you want, darling.
Oh, I'm darling now. I'm a darling.
The delusional dame claims the people behind the camera have been stealing things from her yard, even though nothing is missing.
She's gone right off the rocker.
Now the wrongly accused film as the lady declares all-out war. The suburban shrew fires everything from rocks to glass
She's throwing broken glass at me.
to even death threats. The fed-up couple records every unlawful act.
I'm getting all of this.
But if they think the camera will discourage her antics, they've got an ass backwards.
You are a filthy pig.
Lady Lude treats the cul-de-sac like a strip club. And there's no age limit for this show. But authorities also catch wind of her performance. She's arrested, and now a judge will decide this battle of the block. And once he gets a peek at this video evidence, guess whose ass will be hung out to dry?
You are a filthy pig.
Things get even nastier at number 15. Don't be fooled by the beauties on a roller derby track. These ladies like to kick butt. It's an even match between the cherry bombs and the holy rollers. And as the clock winds down, all eyes are on star jammer Kate or Die to seize the lead.
I'm always under tension. You're playing roller derby, you know, you never know what's gonna happen, so you just kind of have to, like, go for it.
It doesn't take long before the fur flies. The cutthroat bladers don't hesitate to mow down anyone in their path. But Kate or Die is seemingly unstoppable. She's about to score the winning point when she takes a man-sized mashing.
I was just looking straight forward. She came up on my left side and boom, she just hit me.
The skater gets railed by a heavyweight heave-ho. She snags her hand on the rail and instantly snaps her arm. As the paramedics tend to the fallen star, it's clear that this is one injury she won't be skating off.
Breaking my arm has made me a far better skater because I think that element of fear is kind of gone now. I'd do it again. I'd break something else.
Usually the bigger they are, the harder they fall. But this little hellraiser may beg to differ. Female troubles keep on rolling at number 14. This Hollywood bar hopper is having a celebrity-level meltdown.
Follow me, man.
The reason? A limo driver accused her of being a dude.
Gotta take away. You don't gotta. Oh, you gonna let him talk to you like that?
And she doesn't like guys yanking her chain.
Oh, your hand's gonna hurt tomorrow.
A bouncer corrals the clubber, but limo man won't let up. So this Aphrodite puts the hermaphrodite slurs to rest once and for all. Blondie yanks down her drawers, carpet bombing the false accusations. Seconds later, she takes out her fury on a store window, smashing the glass with her knee.
Sure, right? Call 911, dude.
It may not have been the most ladylike reaction. Even though this feline has balls, she proved she she's all Dave. When it comes to sports crowds, they don't call them fanatics for nothing. Goldilocks here has spent more time tipping the bottle than watching the match. When police arrive to give her a timeout, she greets them with a flying kick. It's all hands on deck as they wrangle the squirrely girl, who's just earned a trip from the cheap seats to the pokey. But for some really sporty spice, here's number 13. This hothead's blowing her top simply because a couple asked her not to smoke.
Buffalo at the 20.
Loud, drunk, and just plain rude. The ponytail terror isn't putting out her butts without a fight. Her treacherous tumble doesn't slow her down. Or shut her up.
Oh, you're huge ass wife.
So security has to haul the troublemaker in. If only she'd stop squirming. The Spitfire and her escort take a dive down the bleachers. Now, not only is the crowd happy to see her ejected, the stadium announcer also chimes in.
And remember, be loud, be proud, be considerate.
This femme fan went on a tear in the stands
Huge ass wife.
and tried to give new meaning to sitting in the nosebleeds. Coming up, who's got the edge when it comes to crazy? The neighbors who come out swinging? Or the drive-through customer from hell? The fight for number one is getting nasty. On top 20 most shocking, Battlin Babes. On the countdown to number one, we've seen a raunchy neighbor
She's gone right off the rocker.
and hell on wheels. The low-down insult and the ultimate attitude.
Huge ass wife.
For more fits of fury, get a load of number 12. Hookers, murder, and Mexican wrestlers. This talk show really has it all. Today's episode features surveillance of several luchadors checking into a brothel. Two of them never checked out. The masked legends were robbed and killed by the madam and two working girls. Now that's an unhappy ending. But a local prostitute is hitting the airwaves to defend her fellow hookers.
He visto luchadores que vienen a insultar bien contra nosotros. Esta sí, esta no, esta no. Ya empiezan de agresivos.
But when a murdered wrestler's wife appears, somebody ought to tell the streetwalker to start running. The grieving widow lashes out. She's not interested in the opinions of a floozy in a cheap wig. And neither is an angry lady lucha who leaps in from the audience.
Por favor, seguridad.
As for the working girl, even though she's outnumbered,
Por favor, vamos a hacer una pausa.
she takes the fight in stride. After all, she's used to being in awkward positions. Clearly, this is one widow willing to grapple for her husband's honor. Everyone knows when a woman loses her temper, someone's going to hear about it. This obnoxious reveler is blocking the view during a local parade. But when a bystander gives her a friendly tap to scoot over,
Shut up, you pig!
the only thing she decides to move is her mouth. From there, a little smack talk
What you gonna do?
turns into actual smacks as the screamer goes ballistic. Now the harpies ruined the parade for everyone. But to see how a little lip can really get loud, look no further than number 11.
But
You're
some people
gonna
can't control
fucking
the... No,
Funny how a few cosmos can change a girl.
stop it in his face! What's the word, girl?
This party girl is the only one in her clique who didn't get picked up at the club. Now she's jealously talking trash on her pals.
Feel like...
But her buddy in white won't stand for the slander. So it's go time. The clubber rushes the loudmouth and clobbers her. Short Shorts takes a beating until the scrappy ladies are separated.
That's a real bitch right there.
Real bitch or fake bitch, they'll both have to answer to the fuzz. But if you think these hard-hitting young ladies are not to be messed with, then you haven't met the Battlin Babe at number 10. After the last customer leaves, the two women who work at this convenience store start to clean up shop. Only when one takes out the trash, she comes back with a nightmare. Armed with a rifle, the robber orders them to fill a sack with cash. But the money in the till isn't enough. He demands to see the safe and back. Terrified, they tell him they can't open it, making him even more enraged. And when the hood pulls out cord to bind their hands, the writing's on the wall. He forces the dark-haired clerk to tie her co-worker's wrists, then sets his gun on the counter to bind her. But the thief doesn't realize the blonde country girl knows how to handle herself. And a gun. She may be a gal, but she's about to make the ballsiest move you've ever seen. She pops her restraints, snatches the weapon, and gets off a precision shot at the lunging crook. One bullet, and no looking back. The women flee, desperate to alert authorities. They leave the crook where he lies, seriously wounded. When police review the tape and see the danger these two faced, there's only one conclusion. It was either him or them. Thanks to one gutsy-as-hell move, these savvy clerks will live to fight another day. Female enforcement goes on full alert at number 9. It's tough enough on a woman when she has to dump a loser boyfriend. But this one refuses to take the hint. Good thing she's not alone in this fight. The ladies on the block rally to her cause. And when this guest overstays his welcome, he meets the group's enforcer.
Let's go.
Who's here to play hardball. The sassy sister grand slams the loafer. But the hard-headed jerk still won't scram. So the beating goes into extra innings. With more women joining the fray. After they finally knock some sense into him, he hightails it home while he still can. After all of the neighborhood women unify to show this loser the door, he definitely won't be knocking around here again. Still ahead, voracious vixens, fed up hotheads,
Stop it!
and lead-footed bad girls. They're all taking a shot at number one.
We have the owner here. She's very upset.
And they're playing for keeps. On top 20 most shocking, Battlin Babes. The countdown is heating up from an on-air rumble to a smackdown in the streets. Top 20 has seen women fighting injustice and kicking deadbeats to the curb. Now get set to hit the ice for number 8. When you're the only girl on a boys' hockey team, you have to learn to take your lumps. But that doesn't faze Amy Bauman, wearing number 07.
I love the speed of the game, the intensity, the aggressiveness, everything that's with the game of hockey, I love.
Tonight, Amy's team takes on their toughest rival, and they show her no mercy. Standing in front of the goal, Amy shoots to score and is nailed with a cheap shot. Amy's male opponents cross-check her and punch her in the head. But she's not taking their abuse lying down. There we go. Instead, the spark plug serves up 2 fistfuls of payback.
I grabbed him and I started punching him repeatedly until I had him on the ground.
She doesn't stop there. Adding insult to injury, the feisty teenager lands several more shots.
You have to teach the guys who's boss, you know. If I get hit into the boards, they're gonna get hit back.
While some may say women are the weaker sex, try telling that to this slick chick, and you might get checked. Another man suffers the wrath at number 7. In Vietnam, journalists investigate a restaurant reported to be serving captive bears as lunch. And several bear cages in the back seem to confirm the reports. But the owner is determined to bury this lead by any means necessary.
We've just been for lunch here. It's a known place where there are bears. We have the owner here. She's very upset. Hey, this is a public land. What are you doing?
The proprietor lashes out like a mama grizzly, but she's not protecting her cubs. She's busting some heads. Fighting for your livelihood might seem like a noble act.
Hey, come on. Settle down.
But not when it's a federal crime. The next battle this she-bear will be facing could be in front of a judge. In the war of skaters versus haters, Some women are more than hell on wheels. Annoyed by the rolling teens, this lady fakes a run-in with the hopes of starting a very real fight. The faux victim comes barreling toward the two partners in crime.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Dishing out some sick tricks of her own.
Stop it! Don't put your hands up.
It'll be up to cops to sort this one out. But another woman chooses to settle the score herself at number 6. This local business owner is fed up with skate rats shredding outside her store.
Get off the property, right? Get off.
With a what?
The youngsters think a sniping grandma is no threat to their fun.
Good. So if you call the cops, but I just moved like 2 feet back.
They think wrong.
Holy, lady!
Not so Mary Poppins unloads on them with her umbrella of justice.
Holy, lady!
Message received.
Are you kidding me?
The kids quickly bug out
Got that on film.
and head someplace where this wet blanket
Get off the property, right? Get off.
won't rain on their parade. Up next, only 5 are still alive and gunning to be number 1. You won't believe who's going down, who's going off, and who's going all out. On Top 20 Most Shocking, Battlin Babes. As we've seen, whether they're in the heat of competition or defending their turf, it's best to steer clear of a babe in a battling state of mind. But let's see how they fare when they take on a law at number 5. Some teenage girls are born to be wild. And this 14-year-old speed demon is as wild as they come. After stealing Mom's car for a joyride with her friends, the Scream Queen blows through red lights and plows head-on into traffic. After running amok on surface streets, she takes her hair-raising act to the highway. But when a patrol car spooks her on the right, the kid really goes renegade. First the wrong side of the law, now the wrong side of the road. Finally, when traffic clears, police blow her tires with stop sticks. She loses control. Cops move fast to block her in.
Get out of the car now!
After more than 20 minutes of high-speed pursuit,
Out this way!
they finally have the hellion and her 2 gal pals in cuffs. Now while other girls her age are at the homecoming dance, she could be tap dancing before the judge. Anyone who says female athletes aren't as badass as men hasn't seen these lady ballers. A hoopster scores a 2-pointer, When she delivers a cheap kick, her opponent gets in a couple of shots of her own. No one can tell her she hits like a girl. Think she is tough? Check out the sassy swinger at number 4. Young Maria seems like one of the sweetest girls in her high school. But put her on a soccer field, and it's a different story. When a rival talks smack, Maria smacks back.
Throughout the whole game, she was talking trash to me. She had to do a lot to get me very, very angry, and she got it.
Teammates and refs try to control the tussling teams. The fervor even spreads to the bleachers.
I feel horrible that people think I'm a fighter and I'm a punk or something because I'm really not.
At least Maria learns her lesson, because even her coach can't keep her from getting suspended.
I do wish I would have handled it differently. You don't think when you're angry, you just react.
But with a reaction like this, her opponents may want to keep quiet, just in case. Tempers flare even hotter. At number 3.
I'm not touching you. I just said give me the shit. You no.
Here's a friendship that's really in the gutter.
Hey, yo. Damn.
After getting kicked out of a party for fighting, these hood rats take to the streets to finish what they started.
Short. Don't hit in the head no more with the shoe.
Their designated driver doesn't want to see someone get seriously hurt.
Yo, all right, you up now?
Of course, he's not exactly advocating for an end to the hostilities either.
Yo, fight back, yo. Fight back, girl.
The brawl even becomes a peep show, as one girl really blows her top.
Y'all hurt each other. Please.
But it soon becomes more than a tiff, and one of the girls goes hunting for a weapon.
Yo, I told you I don't have no beef with you, man. Please, get out of my car. Please, get out of my car.
Yeah, take me home.
Time for this carpool to scram.
You know what I'm saying? All over my car, I got blood on my... You know what I'm saying? Oh. You got...
Leaving their weaves for the street sweepers, the stranded brawlers give it up and go their separate ways.
Now, she ain't like that. There's the police right there.
After a ridiculous early morning fracas that left them both feeling like a couple of boobs.
Get out the car, please.
Proof that blondes do have more fun. At number 2. It's not exactly Friday night at the fights. Just some bored girlfriends looking to show off for the boys. But a girl named Lauren is proving to be something of a slugger. Actually, she's tearing her BFFs to shreds. A wardrobe malfunction earns one friend a pass. But when the last contender enters the ring, it becomes a grudge match. The girl in brown aims to steal the crown. But the queen bee's got a vicious sting. It's a brain-rattling jab that sends Barbie to the dream house. She put a bruising on her best friends. And if that's the case, just imagine what it's like to be her enemy. Want to be on TV? Just send us a clip where you capture something totally wild, and we just might use it on the air. You can upload your video at uploadnash.com. Or send it to Top 20 Most Shocking. P.O. Box 1910, Hollywood, California, 90078. Coming up, it's gonna take more than a free toy to put a smile on this girl's face. Number 1 is next on Top 20 Most Shocking, Battlin Babes. From thousands of videos, we've counted down the hottest, the wildest, the most outrageous Battlin Babes. What could possibly top that? How about the freaky fanatic at number 1 in our top 20 countdown? Sometimes a woman just has to stand up against tyranny. Like at this drive-thru, where a woman wants chicken tenders, even though they're only serving breakfast. Melody Duchesne, time to fight for your right to poultry. The outraged dame wants to stick it to the man, even though the man is 2 fellow females. Looks like sisterhood has gone out the window in favor of some early morning munchies. Only the threat of losing her own fingers gets the hothead to back off. But only for a moment. She's still deep in the throes of an all-night bender. And she has one last belt to share with the employees. The blast of destruction convinces the chicken lover to fly the coop. But Melody is soon tracked down and busted harder than that window. Her one-of-a-kind rage earns her 60 days in jail, $1,500 in fines, and more importantly, the number 1 spot in our top 20 countdown. From way beyond foxy boxing to all kinds of unladylike behavior. If you like titillation to go to a dangerous place, then you're in Fat City. Population, Battlin Babes. While some of them were hot, and others not. No one can argue that when push came to shove, these hell-bent honeys got the job done. And you rolled with the pretty punches all the way to number 1 on Top 20 Most Shocking, Battlin Babes.